Hello, Torchbearers. I just wanted to share with you your bi-monthly video update about what is going on with Into the Light, and just to tell you how much we appreciate you and how much your contributions make it so vital for the sustainability of our organization. And also wanted to encourage you, if you haven't yet, to send an email to me, Gretchen@intothelightus.org, with which t-shirt you would like and which t-shirt size, and we will get one in the mail to you. So we want all of our monthly partners to have Into Light t-shirt. So that's one quick thing I wanted to share with you. The other thing is just sharing with you that our advocates have been hard at work, working with many kids. We have 113 active clients on our caseload. That's mainly children and then some young adults that we've been walking with for many years, and that are now 18, 19, 20-year-olds that we still support and walk with each day. And we're just so privileged that we get to do this each day. It is definitely a gift. It is not easy, but we're grateful for the opportunity to walk alongside some amazing kids and young adults. And I'm sure that you are aware of this, but if you didn't know, our services are available 24/7. We have a 24/7 on-call number that we work really hard to get our clients to memorize, and so that they can connect with us. They can text or call our advocate on call any time of the day, and if they're in a dangerous situation, if they are needing food or clothing, then they can reach out to us at any point in time for support. And we will either connect them to law enforcement, or we will work hard to make sure that they get to a safe place. But I haven't got to share really online through an email, other than Facebook, about a trip I got to take with one of our other advocates, Courtney, to Guatemala in the month of February. February was a super busy month for our organization. We had our first Northwest Arkansas fundraiser, which was a lot of work, but just so wonderful, encouraging for our team, and grateful to raise some much needed funds. But we, and the January is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month, so that's always a busy time, and the beginning of the new year. But we had an opportunity Courtney and I, to take a trip to Guatemala. And the reason why we went is that one of our clients, and her name is Carla, I can share her real name with you. We met this young lady. She was only 13 in a juvenile detention center, and she's a foreign-born national, not born in America, and from Guatemala. And we met her, Courtney met her there. And Courtney goes in every week to share the prevention program in one of the juvenile detention centers. And, well, she did before COVID. Right now, we're not getting to do that in the juvenile detention centers. But she met with her and shared the prevention program with her and another young lady that was in there. And Carla began opening up and sharing her story, and some hard journeys that she'd been on. And there were lots and lots of red flags in her story that were very concerning to Courtney, that she was very high risk for being trafficked and sexually exploited, and that looked like it might be happening to her in her life. So we were so grateful. Courtney reached out to the court system. The court system just wrapped around this young lady, and just many Department of Children and Family Services and many other partners around the state, to help this young lady get to a very safe place. She was able to go to a residential program in our state and get to just be able to attend school regularly. She didn't speak English, so she was able to go to school where there were many Spanish speakers and get good support, and she was stable there. And the court determined that it would be in her best interest to return to her mother in Guatemala. And We are so blessed to have on our board Maria Westbrook. She works with Catholic Charities, and she's the victim advocate for them. And she's Spanish speaking and has tons of connections and wisdom in regards to immigration. And so we, through her, working with her, the juvenile system, DCFS, yes, Department of Children and Family Services, and Office of Migration, Guatemala Consulate, we were able to help Carla return home. And Carla's young, and we definitely didn't want to send her on a plane by herself, and so we were grateful that the National Human Trafficking Hotline paid for 2 of our plane tickets. One of our local churches here in North Central Arkansas, Summit Bible Church, paid for another plane ticket, and we were able to make a super fast trip to Guatemala. Left early one morning, made the flight down, were able to make the acquaintance of a super amazing man and his family that has a ministry in Antigua, and he picked us up from the airport, and we from Guatemala City drove to Antigua, which is about an hour and a half away, and that's where we met Carla's mom, and at a hotel there, and we were able to, until Light was able to provide a way for Carla's mom and her mom's good best friend, and for us all to stay the night at that hotel. And it was just a super sweet reunion. Carla had missed her mother so much, and all she wanted was to return to Guatemala to be with her mother. And we were privileged during that journey of about 5 months, when we were supporting Carla from when we first met her until she returned home, to be able to facilitate phone calls between her and her mother to ensure that they could stay connected during that time. And so we're just so grateful. There's really not words to describe seeing a child be reunited to their mother that they thought that they might never see again, and just the joy and the lots of tears of joy and happiness, and just how grateful they were. And so it was just beautiful, and we just watched God work out every step along the way. It was a lot of paperwork. It was a lot of uncertainty. We got approval to travel on a Wednesday evening, and we scheduled our flights for Friday morning because our fundraiser was going to be the following Thursday. And Carla's last day that she could stay at the residential program that she was staying at was that Friday, and so she had to leave that Friday, and we were able to pick her up from there and take her right to the airport. So it was just amazing to watch God carry us and her, and just knowing that He had the perfect plans for her. And at times as humans, we can get frustrated and overwhelmed about details and timing and the uncertainties of life. And it's just so beautiful that God is constant, and He's sovereign, and He knows all of that's going on. Had that been a couple weeks later, we wouldn't have been able to go. And just knowing that the country of Guatemala was completely shut down a few weeks later, and knowing that she would have had to wait months and months to see her mother, it's unimaginable when I think about it, and just God's perfect timing in all of it. So I just wanted to share that with you. I've not shared that publicly, that story, with anyone really. Our staff knows about it, our board, of course the partners who worked with it. But I wanted to share that with you, and I just pray it encourages you today. God knows exactly what's going on in each of your lives. He cares intimately about it, and He loves you all very much, and it's fun to see Him love these kids very much. And thank you for being a part of showing them love. Thank you for supporting us and loving us. And so appreciate you guys. Hope that you have a good day.